Hello, legends, and welcome to Blunt Force Healing Podcast, episode 322. Apologies for shaking the camera, but we are currently on a hike coming back from Craig's.
Oh yeah.
So
kind of like
Scrag.
Kind of like coming down from.
No, we don't take this.
That's
This legend here, some of you already know. It's Crossland Gamer. He is a guest very often, more and more, so it might end up that we'll have a podcast together, maybe weekly or something like that.
Split the money.
We decided to go for a hike today. Well, I had a plan to go myself, but then I thought, well, why not do it together? And instead of him being bored in front of a cafe because it's so...
Yeah, this is better.
This is better, isn't it? Yeah, that's the thing. We don't realize how cool nature and other things are until we go out. And we don't want to go out.
Yeah, we're bored inside and like we don't want to go, but then when we finally get out there, it's so much fun.
Yeah. So that's what I'm trying to
Emphasize.
Yes, and not teach you, because I don't need to teach you.
And you have a separate lifestyle.
Yeah,
well.
the only thing I need to do is to nudge a little bit and help you to discover it yourself. Because that's the way we all learn, by experiencing things ourselves. And that lovely guy that I love the most in my life, spending time with him is, I would say, number one thing that I like to do. Of course, sometimes I like to go alone on the hikes, but it's less because I want to be alone, more because I go places that might be dangerous. And before I take somebody on those trips, I want to make sure myself that I can handle them, at least myself. But let's get back to the update today. So today started with, like for Julian, it was just another drive for a hike. He wasn't expecting what's about to come, and I decided to do a little surprise and checked if Finntown Railway is operational today, and it turned out that they are, and they still have Sunday slots for a trip at 3:15 p.m.
Yeah.
And it was about 2 p.m. that we were getting ready in Donegal town, so I knew that we have about 50 minutes drive, so we have a chance to go and try it. My wife stayed at home while we packed things together, and I said to Julian that we're going for a hike. We arrived at Finntown pretty quickly, listening
50 minutes.
Yeah. listening to Bloodhound Gang all the way in, which is probably not the best thing to do as a parent, but hey.
When your child knows what you know, has heard that stuff before.
Yeah, it's
Not,
sometimes
yeah, it doesn't make a real,
it's a bit of explicit content,
Yeah.
but again, if somebody doesn't like it from their perspective and they think that I am raising my child the wrong way, then you have right to your opinion, and guess what? I couldn't care less, because it's not about...
Everybody has their own ways of raising.
Yeah. I think that... Well, I was a child too. Yeah, it's hard to believe when you look at that old man, but yes, I was a child too. And I know that I didn't like the way I was raised in the past by the community. Not my parents, because my parents were obviously influenced by the environment and their own parents and how the neighbors and friends are raising children. So there was some sort of standard, and in my head I kind of swore to myself that if I will ever have a child, and I always wanted to have a child, and here we are. What a beautiful man it is. So I will do it differently, and there's no magical way or recipe to raise children right, or the good way. There's only the least screwed way that you can do, and the whole point of raising a child is to help them understand the world as much as you can, and do as little, or to screw them in a way that is the least impactful and helps them the most to thread through life. And that little person is, well, not so little. He's 11 years old. I think he's more mature than many other kids that I had the chance to meet at his age. Obviously there are probably maybe smarter kids and more mature kids than Julian. I'm not saying they are not, but I look at him as every parent does look at their own child. So I think I started...
Wait, warning, minefield.
Yeah, talking too much. Let's get back to the point. We listened to Bloodhound Gang because I was raised on that music, and I knew that Julian will enjoy it. Look at that weird fly on the phone.
Oh, I thought it was on my head. Oh, Jesus Christ, take it.
Wow.
No,
it's watching our movie. Well, our clip.
What do you mean a movie?
Yeah, it looks like a movie on a big screen.
Shoot off.
Yeah, so let's get back to the...
Shoot off.
Where is it?
I don't know. I didn't see it.
It was on my nose for... Why do I have that slime here?
Probably because you touched the mushrooms, maybe.
Okay, I think this update is going sideways. Yeah, we are 7.5 minutes in, and I didn't say anything of essence, I guess. So let me get back to episode 322. Video update. Wait, we have a milestone today. It's the video update number 100.
Yay! Hooray!
Wow. And I already screwed
Wow.
it. Apologies. Yeah. So it's a magic moment because it's a 100th video update on this vlog. And I wanted to do something special. So yeah, I am doing something special. I have a guest, my beautiful son, and we are in the most magical place we've been in some time, I say. This forest is weird. It's full of mushrooms. I'm not afraid to say that.
Should I show them the bag?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Wait, how do you untie this?
Just bring it to the picture so it can be seen.
Alright, I'm gonna untie
Yeah, I have it here. Yeah,
no, but
you can show them.
I wanna show them like actually. Oh yeah, there it is. It's coming. Sorry, you keep talking. I'll just...
Yeah. So he's trying to untie it, and there are actually two kind of rubbers or whatever you call them that keep it. So yeah, this is the number 100. We are approaching the car and little kind of derelict house here with the gates that we needed to cross or kind of go above or through them because they are not I would say easy to open. They're well...
Should I show them?
Saved, yeah. So these are only the mushrooms that we decided to take.
Yeah.
Because
They was pick and choose.
there's probably like 10 times more in the forest. So that's a nice find.
Choose.
You know what I don't like about them now?
Oh.
You see how they stick together?
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to go back home and get them quickly.
Untangled.
Yeah. And oh shit. Let's have a look.
Ew, bro.
all that slime is there.
Yeah, it is. I can see it. It's all shiny.
Okay. I guess
This
these...
is the funniest blog post ever.
Alright. Off we go. I think I was speaking too much about mushrooms in recent posts, but forgive me that it's end of summer. Well, not end of summer, but it's a second half of summer, and soon it will be autumn or early fall, as in some places people call. So it is a time where mushrooms pop up, and I am a big fan of mushrooms, which my son already knows a lot. I don't need to state that. So that's why I speak a lot about mushrooms. So this is the gate 1 that we need to go across.
Should I put them there?
Yeah, you can put them there. Julian needs to go across. I'll need to go across as well. I'll try to do it while filming myself. So this was gate 1. This is that derelict house, as you can see. It's an interesting place, to be honest. This is some ruins. I don't know what it is, but probably some farmhouse or whatever. And these ruins are supposed to be CCTV'd. I don't believe so.
Put these mushrooms into the car because they release slime.
Don't worry, I'll put them on the plastic foil to make sure that they don't leave slime on the car interior, I would say. Okay, let's get back to the recording again. It's already 12 minutes. I think I might actually cut this.
Look at that!
What's that?
That! Holy, what the?
That's one of those kind of mosquito-like things.
It's not a mosquito, guys.
No, it's not biting anyone. So yeah, it wasn't a very successful hike, unfortunately, because we got to the dead end, kind of
Dangerous.
cul-de-sac.
Pretty dangerous afterwards to climb back.
Yeah, and we didn't have a proper shoes. Well, I had hiking boots, but I left them in the.
And I don't have them.
In the
You left
car.
it in the car.
So yeah,
I don't have any at all. Well, I have the my
on this one, here, on this, yeah.
Oh wait, put it in there. Put it into the.
Maybe not.
Because it'll get
So it
all
will be
slimy.
slimy. Yeah. Let's save him.
Oh, it's so nice. It's sunny now.
Yeah, it's a very nice weather. We were fortunate to get the right weather without much drizzle. There was a little bit of drizzle, but that drizzle wasn't an issue for us. What I wanted to say about today's surprise for Julian was that we went to Fintown, and Fintown is an interesting small village in County Donegal, which lies in the valley of Finloch, so the Lake Finn. And this lake, let me just quickly pick. And welcome back. Apologies, I had to pick the phone from my wife as she was a little bit worried where we are and if we're okay, so I had to cut the video update earlier, but I decided to stitch this one to finish it up fairly quickly. I was mentioning the Fintown and the area that we were in, so I wanted to make sure that you get the details to complete the video update from the field. So the Fintown itself is a small village in the Finloch Valley. Finloch is basically the Finn Lake that is a very nice place, very calm area. Not much is happening in that town in general. Probably there are some kind of, you know, events that are happening, but it's a very small village close to the main road. And we used to go there now to also visit Chad, which is an owner who is an owner of Yer Man Coffee Cove, a lovely place to get coffee. If you're ever in County Donegal and you're going through Fintown, make sure to look up. He's on the main street, the only place you can get a proper coffee there. So make sure to stop there, say hi, and you know, try also home bakings, because himself and his wife, they have lovely cakes, usually, unless you're very late and they are gone. So make sure that you visit them early during the day. So we go there, we came and said hi, had a quick chat with Chad, and got the coffee and cake for ourselves. And then we headed straight to Fintown Railway for the last ride. The last scheduled ride was at 3:15 p.m. So we bought the tickets and I took Julian in. He thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a very nice experience, because despite the fact that it's kind of once off, you don't do that regularly, but it's worth going there once, because not only of the uniqueness of the railway, well, sorry, the train itself. The train is a very small kind of, probably about 20-25 people can get in there. So it's like one wagon with the with the motor on both ends, the locomotive, and it goes towards Glenties area and back. It basically covers the length, almost the length of the Finloch. So you have scenic views. You see Scraigs mountain and the other mountain, which is a lovely, experience. You see the lake, the mountains, and sheep everywhere. It's really, really beautiful area to visit and enjoy. So if you get the coffee from Yer Man Coffee Cove and some cakes, you can take them on the ride and enjoy it while watching the valley in the cozy train with your family, your friends, or just by yourself. It's a nice thing to do. It's not very expensive. I think the adult tickets is about €8, and child is about 5 or something. So not a big expense, but worth going at least once, and just have that experience. So we went there. We had a couple of photos and videos. I will probably drop something on Instagram. And then we drove all the way to Scraigs kind of area, where we could try and attempt to climb it or hike it. We got to the point that I previously kind of marked and was hoping to use as a means to get us there. So we parked the car. We went through 2 sets of gates that were fixed, closed. So nobody really wants people to go there, but obviously on private lands, which is almost everywhere in Ireland, if you cross the gate, you don't disturb the area, and you don't litter, and you kind of respect the private grounds, and just go past them. Nobody really minds that. So we used that opportunity and that kind of rule of thumb to go through those gates and went uphill with the kind of target to reach Scraggs, which is 425, 430, I think, meters high. So not the big one, but it has an amazing, face visible from the cliff visible from Fintown. So we wanted to go atop it. On the way, we found a very interesting and magical forest with a lot of mushrooms. So we collected some of them, which you saw on the video. Then we went as far as we could. We reached the cul-de-sac, the end of the road, and we had 2 slippery shoes, not fit for the hard climb that we weren't expecting. So we returned, a little bit disappointing because we wanted to reach that Scraggs peak, but we couldn't. Well, we could, but it was dangerous, so we decided to not risk it on the cliff face, and we went back to the car and drove all the way back home, where Julian enjoyed the dinner, and he stayed home while my wife and myself, we went to the Moorbach beach and completed our long walk, about 5.25 kilometers along the beach. The sunset was beautiful, the ocean was amazing, and the fresh air, no drizzle, just sun, a little bit of breeze, but temperature was great, and I went barefoot, so it was an amazing experience. Came back home, and here I am recording the rest of it. So that's already too long, I think it's 8 minutes, so let me just stitch it together and upload it for today. So thank you very much for coming. As always, I appreciate you watching and listening to the podcast. This is 100th milestone on the video update side. Very happy about it. Make sure that you take care of yourself. Have a great rest of the Sunday. I'll have the day off tomorrow because in Ireland we have bank holiday, so we have like a day off work, national kind of day, holiday, so I'll be enjoying it tomorrow as well. That's it for today. Hope to see you again in the next episode, which is coming tomorrow. See ya.